And the doctor came to us and said, it's time to let him go. She had told me that before that she felt like killing herself.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really glad to be able to share the story of a woman that has gone through many tragedies and who's an educator today that also helps other women. So Mary Barras, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Tell me a little bit about life really starting at the beginning.
I'm the youngest of 8 kids. My mother was very ill when we were growing up. She was mentally ill, severely.
Severely. Okay.
Yes. It was tough. It was a stressful home to grow up in.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I was born, my mother went off to a mental hospital and I went home.
So tell me what happened. So your mother comes home from the mental hospital?
Yes.
And nobody's exactly sure how long she was there.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No one really knows, but it was past Christmas. I was born in August.
Okay.
And she wasn't home at Christmas time. I do know that.
Okay. So she comes home, and what happens next?
Evidently, she got scissors and put them in my arm at some point and tried to kill me.
Okay.
And she was just so sick. You know, I've forgiven her.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
Absolutely. For yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So as you're going through and you're coming up in life, your dad is there until
Yes.
you're 6 years old?
Yeah.
Approximately?
My mother passed on in 1989.
Okay.
I think I was
How old were you?
22, something like that. And she had told me that before that she felt like killing herself. And I just begged her on the phone, I'll be there for your birthday, which was October 14th. She couldn't wait. She died on October 2nd. And it was terrible.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never get over it.
Yeah. And then your dad also took his life.
Yes, in 1999.
So it was 10 years later.
It was.
Tell me about your baby.
My sweet Josh.
Your sweet Josh.
He had a lot of complications in his short life. He lived for just shy of three months. He couldn't get off life support, the ventilator. They tried 4 times. The doctor told us, we're going to keep trying, and when we feel it's time to let him go, I'll tell you. And the doctor came to us and said, it's time to let him go. And it was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. Out of all of them, that was the most gut and heart-wrenching. We had to take him off the ventilator and he died in my arms.
So Jonas was your second child?
Yes.
When was he born?
Josh was born in March.
Okay.
And he passed in June.
Okay.
Then we got pregnant for Jonas in August. I think they would have been true Irish twins.
Yeah.
Jonas means dove, and Oliver it means peace, like the olive branch. And he's a peaceful guy. He's an old soul. Mm-hmm. And he's so wise. Sometimes I feel like an idiot because he says things and I'm just like,
oh my gosh, that's genius.
Exactly. And he's 13 and he's a blessing and he's a light also. Mm-hmm. He's my boy.
Tell me, what was the turning point where you were like, you know what? I've got to pick myself up by the bootstraps and figure out what I'm going to do with my life.
I relied on God and prayer so much. I'd like to tell other people who have gone through tragedies that devastation is a choice. Bad things happen. How you handle what happens to you is the key. You have to ask yourself, am I going to let this devastate me? Or am I going to pick myself up, dust myself off, and roll on? The universe and God put me through these things so I could become a voice for people who have come out of tragedy, one after the other, and tell people, you can do this. You can not only be okay, but you can thrive. It's about thriving. And life's fun again for me. I can't tell you how many years I spent broken, behaving like I wasn't worth anything.
What got you out of that?
Coming out of the sand, I was in quicksand. You know, I honestly can say, though, and I'm proud to say that I took care of my son during that time.
Yes. Protected your child.
I protected him, and I did the deal.
Yeah.
I did the mom deal.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that. I didn't let him down.
Because you've really broken the cycle.
Yes, yes. He will be something. And I use the word something in all capital letters.
Yeah. These women's stories are so impactful. Arras Sisters creates opportunities for women.